I'm really excited about doing this podcast because it's going to be all about our upcoming IP Utility Safety Conference and Expo, happening November 7th through the 9th in warm and sunny San Diego, California. Right now, conference registrations are on pace to bring more than 300 utility safety and operations professionals to the absolutely beautiful town and country resort in San Diego for 3 days of impactful safety education, meaningful networking, and insightful product discovery. So what's this podcast going to be about? Well, it's a bit of a supercut, if you will, a highlight reel, a run through of all the things we have planned for our San Diego event that we are absolutely thrilled about. It's really going to be a fantastic event, and we can't wait for it all to happen. But before I touch on those highlights, I want to give you some of the basics about the event, which is going to be very helpful for those who haven't attended before, or if you're not familiar with the event at all. The IP Utility Safety Conference and Expo is an event that is hosted by the very same folks who publish Incident Prevention Magazine, which is a magazine you probably are getting because you're listening to this podcast. So if you're listening to the podcast, you know it exists, likely because you're a subscriber. IP Magazine is the only publication in the industry that focuses solely on providing news and insights to utility safety and ops professionals. We host our conferences twice a year. One is typically near the East Coast, and the other is near the West Coast. And our upcoming one in November 7th through 9th in San Diego is obviously our West Coast show. For each conference event, we offer 3 jam-packed days of education, networking, and product discovery. We bring in leading safety minds from all over the country to share their knowledge. Attendees also have a number of opportunities to connect with these experts and their peers at a variety of networking events that I'll tell you more about later. And last but not least, the Expo floor has on display some of the very best utility safety products in the industry. And our vendors give you hands-on, direct access to these solutions. So that's a quick summary of the event. So now, let's get to the fun part of this podcast where we talk about the things we are most excited about for our San Diego conference. First thing I'd like to talk about is the keynote speaker that we have lined up for this event. Even if you only know a little bit about the military, you likely know that becoming a Navy SEAL is one of the most difficult things one can do. The training is grueling, and the process requires a level of resilience, determination, mental control, and discipline that few are able to achieve. That's why we're so excited to kick off the conference with former Navy SEAL John Choate. John is going to give a captivating presentation using storytelling about his experiences of being a Navy SEAL, going on missions and sharing how the SEALs approach to team building, while unconventional, is a calculated and proven strategy that works in even the most challenging of scenarios. The team building insight he will provide is something that you can take back to your organization and implement right away. John will also talk about why it's essential for great leaders to have trust, communication, unity, and a tenacious mindset to accomplish a mission, no matter what the circumstance. This keynote is sure to be a memorable one, and we know you're going to love it. While we're on the topic of education, let's talk about some of the sessions we have lined up. We have one of our best lineups of utility safety education that we've ever had, and we know you're going to learn a tremendous amount by attending them. One of our most popular presenters is Danny Rains, who will be presenting on protective temporary system grounding on day 2 of the conference. And rather than me try to explain what session will be about, here's Danny to tell you himself.
System grounding for the protection of the employee, paragraph N. Basically, what we're going to talk about is not, what to do. You know what to do. Why do you do what you do? And that's when I try to be the why guy, the why behind the what. If we understand what's in it for us, I think we stand a greater chance of following those procedures than we do ignoring them if we realize the danger and the true gravity of the entire situation. Because as many people get hurt, and some even becomes fatalities on induced voltages. And that's one of the things that people just don't understand. There's all kinds of things we have to protect ourselves from system grounding. We have neutral return currents, we have induced voltages, we have a lot of different ways, back feeds, system voltage and source voltage. That's what I call, system voltage is coming off a generator, it's supposed to be there. A source voltage can come from anything from a lightning strike to an 8 kW generator sitting in somebody's backyard. So that's what we're going to talk about. Why we ground, either use A lot of people do bracket grounding. I'm going to talk about bracket grounding and also equipotential grounding. And, the EPZ zone that we set up to protect us in. And I'll just leave you with one thought. If you're equipotential at all points in your work area, they can never be current flow. And if they can't be current flow, you can't get hurt. Because voltage is not what kills us. Current flow does.
Danny's sessions always pack a classroom to standing room only capacity, and we're excited to have him back for our next conference. Next up to tell us all about his very busy schedule at the conference is another fantastic and super popular presenter, and our own resident subject matter expert, David McPeak. David has authored 2 great books about safety leadership and offers a lot of great insights about those topics.
Hello there, it's David McPeak. Excited about the upcoming IP Safety Conference and Expo. I'll be presenting on unnormalizing deviation and also moderating our monthly IPI forum, which will be broadcast live from the conference. Also involved in a roundtable discussion with Sean Talbot for CUSPs, anything you want to talk about the CUSP. In addition to all that, welcome reception, expo hall, full lineup of education, tour of San Diego Gas and Electric. It's going to be a great week. Hope to see you there.
Thanks, David. Those will all be fantastic sessions. I also want to take time to highlight a few other presentations that we're excited about. The very popular Pam Tompkins will be one of the first presentations on day 1, and she'll be talking all about safety management systems. She is really a fantastic presenter, and lots of attendees really love hearing her message. Later that same day, following in the same vein, we have another really impactful presentation all about the emerging role of mental health in safety management systems. A really important topic. Ron Shankin's going to be on hand on day 2 to talk about safety management in disaster situations, something that is unfortunately happening more frequently. Security expert Jim Willis will tell you how to empower your field workers with conflict de-escalation skills and ways that prevent agitated people from escalating into violent ones. And with the increasingly battery-powered transportation world in which we live, we have David Paletta at the conference to talk about how to apply electrical safety for high-voltage lithium-ion batteries. And last but not least, the exceptionally knowledgeable Mac Turner will present on a very important topic on how training and accountability can reduce incidents. These are some of dozens of topics that you have to choose from at the conference, and we take a lot of pride in making sure our sessions are very reflective of the wide range of safety challenges that utility safety and ops professionals face. Now, before we switch gears from education and talk about some other highlights of the conference, I want to talk about one very unique educational experience that we have scheduled. On day 2, attendees will get bussed over to the San Diego Gas and Electric Skills Training Center. On this tour, you'll get to learn from and share notes with SDG&E about their training yards and advanced training methodologies. From strength-them training facilities to virtual reality environments, this training center has a wide range of tools that can be used to make safety stronger. It's really an innovative place. You're going to learn a lot from it, and we're super excited to be able to offer this to attendees. One note about this event, though, there are only 150 spots available to go on this tour, and they are first come, first serve. In other words, if you are thinking about going to the Utility Safety Conference and Expo, and you do want to tour the SDG&E facility, I highly recommend that you get your registration in sooner rather than later so you can be one of those 150 that RSVP to attend. So let's shift gears and talk about networking. We have several networking opportunities throughout the event that will help you connect with other utility safety professionals like you. We've built this utility safety community for you, and our conference provides you with the chance to share your knowledge and learn from others who have faced many of the same challenges that you might be going through or have already solved. For every conference that we host, our first day ends with a complimentary welcome reception, and our San Diego conference is no different. To tell you more about this event, here's a member of our conference team, Nick Leonardi.
I'm really excited to tell you about the IP Utility Safety Conference's welcome reception, hosted on the first night of the conference at 6:30 p.m. Buses will be provided to Cafe Coyote, which is in Old Town, San Diego, California. Food and drink will be provided. We have sponsors, Gelco and American FR are there to sponsor the whole event. You can bring your family members. There's going to be a live mariachi band provided, We hope you enjoy yourself, have fun, network with your peers, and make sure to thank our sponsors, Gelco and American FR. That's all from me, Curtis. Back to you.
It's really going to be such a fun networking experience to be in such a wonderfully historic part of downtown San Diego and to enjoy some excellent eats and music. So on top of that networking event, we have several other great opportunities to connect and learn from each other. We have 3 different roundtable sessions designed as knowledge-sharing experiences. One will be all about the Certified Utility Safety Professional Credential, which you can learn more about at usoln.org. We also have a roundtable all about grounding, and a third roundtable that will focus on utility security. These sessions are led by industry experts who will really help to guide the discussion and lead it forward. But really, these sessions are all about you talking with each other and learning from each other. It's really a great opportunity to share your knowledge and to learn from others. Additionally, the conference provides 3 complimentary meals that are served prior to our keynote session and our panel lunch discussions. When these meals are served, you'll have lots of time and opportunity to connect with others who are sitting at your table. You can exchange business cards, talk shop, and really make valuable connections while enjoying a great meal. On top of that, throughout the event, you'll have a countless number of times to rub elbows with your peers and really make valuable connections. As I mentioned earlier, we have built this safety community for you to connect. And a lot of thought goes into planning our conference so you have those opportunities. We gather as many experts as we can, but we know when you attend an event with 300 other people, there's lots more to learn from. So I'm going to shift gears again, and I want to tell you about another component of our event that we're super excited about, the Expo Hall. This year, we've expanded the amount of exhibitors we have to more than 90. They're going to have their safety innovations and solutions on display. And not only will you have direct, hands-on access to a wide array of safety solutions, but you're also going to have an opportunity to connect with the vendor representatives who can help answer your product questions and offer you purchase guidance. As you meet with vendors along the way, you'll also have an opportunity to earn raffle tickets that will enter you into drawings to win some really cool prizes. Our Expo Hall is really a wonderful space that allows you to connect with the right people to find the right solutions that you need. So there you have it. The IP Utility Safety Conference and Expo is truly a can't-miss event for utility safety and operations professionals. From educational topics by the brightest minds in the industry and a tour of an innovative training center to valuable networking events and finding safety solutions you need, you'll get tremendous value by attending the IP Utility Safety Conference and Expo. If you have questions or you want to register to attend today, visit our website at utilitysafetyconference.com. We have a live chat box that's active in that window, or you can give us a call, and we have a lot of detailed information about the agenda and the location on the site. We really hope to see you there. And as always, stay safe.